Hi ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. It has been a long time. I started my last video like this 3 months ago. I didn't realize it's been 3 months since I made a video. A lot of people have been asking me why I haven't. I've just been busy. But anyways, let's get to the cars. We've got another Camaro here, and still got stitches back there. He took stitches and took him home and raced him once, did a big gigantic burnout, and dumped a little bit of oil on the track. Transmission got hot at the while he was on the trans brake, so we made a little catch can for that. And here, let me flip around, I'll show you. Alright. Oh, another thing that he brought it back for was he wants his power steering back, so we got I'm using Volvo, little nifty Volvo power steering pumps. Got an electric motor on the bottom, then the tank on the top. You can pretty much put it anywhere you want. Got the pressure line right there, and that's the return. You just need to make a pressure line. Not sure where we're going to put it yet, but it's pretty easy to use. You just got your main two big lines right there, come off the battery. And in there is, I think two of them are can, and one of them just like a trigger. So we'll just run it off the Holly. Once he's going, 50 mile an hour on the highway or whatever, he won't even need that anymore. So we'll just turn that pump off. Easy peasy. And we made a catch can for the transmission. It just comes off the vent. This is the catch can here. So it just comes right in the bottom of that can. So if it wants to squirt out the vent, it'll just squirt up in there and then drain right back down. Kind of hard to see the line under there, but it's there, I promise. But that's what we got for little stitches here. Oh, and another thing, on this wheel here, there's an ABS sensor on the hub. So we use that one for speed. So now we have speed on our dash. Come around here. Dominator's the only one that'll do the 2-wire sensors, but yeah. Oh, we also got a trans temp sensor also. The minimum it'll go to is 100. So, but yeah, got the speedo going right there, and happy to report it worked on the first try. Stuff like that usually doesn't work for me on the first try, but it was actually not too bad to do. Just a little bit of tuning. You just put in like your tire size and your rear end ratio, and how many teeth are on the reluctor wheel that's inside the ABS sensor. I believe it was 47, but yeah, not too bad. And our new project, been working pretty hard on here lately. It's a 98 Camaro, I believe. Silver one. It's a true SS car. It's got the rock solid motorsports front end kit on it, and it's got a cage in it too. But he's got that is a Dart LS Next SHP block. It's got the 6-bolt heads, all pros. The engine's from Borowski. I don't know if I said that right or not. Got all the fancy smart coils on it, and it is also twins, 76s. One here and one over on this side. Just missing because we were working on the radiator here. But hard to see, but this used to have just a straight coming off of it. Since the turbo sits here, we had to angle it, so we put a 90 on there. So that guy will just come right up into here, go from there to there, and then the front of the radiator, that tube right there, or not the front, but I guess would be considered the top, just goes right to there. And then we'll put a 90 hose and go right underneath this air to water intercooler into here for the cooling. Got some really nice radiator, really nice fans. Shouldn't have any trouble cooling this baby down. We mounted this derail trans cooler up here. Bit these lines, they're not lines, they're just two. We were trying to put the radiator up in this area. That's why this tube here is brand new. And I cut that tube out trying to fit the radiator up there, but it just wouldn't fit up there. So back it went down there. The car originally had the radiator there, it just wasn't in there. But that's the original location from when he bought it from as a roller. He bought it as a roller, but it had the turbo kit with it. And she's got a power glide underneath. It's a SFI case, full SFI case, roller bearing in the tail shaft. I'm sure there's roller bearings all on the inside too. Here's our kind of a little setup here. Map sensor, engine oil, transmission oil pressure, water pressure. You know, the water pressure, you can go right down to the head there. All these lines are all the pre-crimped lines. He's gonna go with CO2. So you got the in and the out. Got some power lugs there, just going through the firewall. Try to keep the holes to a minimum. Made a bunch of brake lines. He's got this brake master that's not vacuum operated, not a power brake, so they come out on a different side. Also got the line lock solenoid down there. Oh yeah, he put some new strange brakes up front. What else we got? The rear end he's got in there is it's a 9-inch, had 410 gears with a spool, and we opened it up to see what the spline count was, and they're only 31 spline, and the gears were kind of folded over, you know, like they had some power going through them. So he's opting for a very nicely upgraded diff. It's going to be a 40 or 41 spline. The bigger studs also, and I'm sure it'll have strange brakes on it too on the back. Got the Viking double adjustable in there. The front Viking double adjustables one of them was leaking, so we made a little dummy shock just so we can roll it around if we need to. Oh, what else is there? We got a lot of cool parts for this car. 417 Motorsports intake there. I love them CNC machine stuff. So pretty. So pretty. And of course we got the Dominator. Be controlling everything. I've never used one of these. It's pretty nice. Big 75 amp relay. Turn everything on. So we can turn the Holly on and ignition, you know, power up all the coils and stuff. Since those smart coils take a little more power than the stock ones, it's kind of like a hot wire kit, I guess you call it, just to give them more juice, since they're pulling more amperage. And what else we got? And here are the little bull horns come out of the front bumpers right up front. It's a nice fuse relay block, and I believe it has a solid state relay in there also for the trans brake. You can see all your fuses there and all your fuses here. Leash electronics, and it will work with got the big switch panel up there. Really nice big button so you can still use it with gloves, no problems. Got some LED lights under there. Been working on this cover here, just to cover up the big 6-speed hole there. I ran out of rib nuts, so it's not done yet, but get an M&M shifter. It'll go right about there, somewhere in there. I've never messed with the M&M shifters, but the cable comes out the back, so it's different than like a Pro Stick or Hurst or something. So go to the other side. So with it coming out the back of the shifter, it's got to go up high on the transmission. So we had to cut out a big hole and then make a cover so we could get it through there on the top side. I think that shifter is pretty much made for a like an open bell housing type of deal, and we're not going with open bell housing. So that's another thing I love. This right here, all the wiring, like all your buttons you have, all of them will go through that one plug. So if you want to, you can unplug it when you take your steering wheel off. Most guys don't unplug them, they just hang the steering wheel off the side. But like that. But yeah, we're just working away. I think we're gonna put the Holly dominator will go on that bar right there. It's on that plate. I don't know if you noticed it's on that carbon fiber plate. So it'll go on that bar, and then all the other components will go. We'll make a little plate right here. Here, let me point it. We'll put a plate right here on top of that plate, kind of like what we did in stitches. Because we got that Leash Electronics fuse block, and we also have this guy here, which will control all the windows. And we'll have various other things. We'll probably have like a flasher relay and all that stuff to put on there too. But yeah, we're gonna have lots of wiring and stuff to do. All the wiring on the whole car is taken out. Like there's one harness in the very back for the taillights, but other than that, there's no wiring in it anywhere. So it's gonna get a whole new wire job. See all the wires for that control panel sitting there. But that's where we're at now. I'd like to cut all this stuff off here, but maybe at a later date he'll let me. And we'll eventually end up making this cage better. Do like a funny car type of hoop. And there's the CO2 there. Because he's got the swing outs that aren't the best for racing, but we'll get rid of those once we do the funny car cage or funny car hoop here. But that'll be at a later date too. He's wanting to get it on the road and get it driving. That's gonna be a quick car. Almost forgot to show the new addition. Got us a stomp shear. It's only a 3-footer, but man, it makes so much faster work. Like I don't have to get the plasma cutter out to make a little line. This thing will cut I've cut 16 gauge, and I've cut 1/8 inch, or it'll cut 16 mild steel, and I've cut 1/8 inch aluminum with it, 1/8 inch aluminum sheet, and it works. It works great. Got it for $200. Couldn't believe it. It had a little pin that goes inside the stomp part of it here, where you stomp it. If you stomp it, it just goes up and down. That's all it does. The little pin was broke, so I fixed the pin, made some adjustments. This part of the knife here was a little bit low, so just adjusted it up a little bit. This ruler here is right on. This thing is supposed to have a set of springs that go down here and a bar, so when you push down on it, it holds your material. So it doesn't have that. That's probably why it was cheaper. And it's also supposed to have little extensions that come out to here, like if you got a big sheet, it'll hold it. But yeah, $200. I can't. I'm happy with my purchase. Just another addition to help us make stuff faster. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this one off here. Just a little short update on that car, and old stitches behind this here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and I think I'm gonna try and make a video on how we did the analog brake speed sensor on stitches, on how to do the speed and set it up and everything. It took me a while to figure out how to do it, but you just have to go through all the the writings and stuff, and just know how to pin everything. And then after that, everything just goes together really easy and nice. So maybe I can help someone with how to wire it up. So look for that video. It'll be hopefully soon. All right, well, I'm sure the next update video will be on that car, and then we'll make a video on stitches. So see you next time.